Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good dusk, dawn. I don't know. What time is it when you're watching this? I hope you're having a good one. I hope everything is well with you at the time in which you're watching this and or before you're watching this. I hope everything was all right as well. Fremont Lee views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the person saying it. That's me, Fremont Lee. Hi, how you doing? Hope all is well, as I've said. I have birthdays and I have a few things I want to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about the other stuff first. Complaints. I got some complaints. Place I work plays in-house stereo system, music, whatever, with commercials. I've been working there for over 10 years now. And every now and then, for the holidays, they play the Forever Stamp commercial. And every year, it just drills right into my brain. Because it's the Forever Stamp. It's the only stamp you can buy now and use forever. First off, you can't use it forever. You can use it once. You can use one stamp and mail it off. It's done. You can't use it forever. You can hold on to it forever and use it at some point in the future, but you cannot use it forever. Like, hey, when you're done with the stamp, mail it back to me so I can use it. No, you can't use it forever. You can once. It's like every 10, 15 minutes. First the lady does it, then the guy does it, and then the guy does it again, and the guy does it again, and then the lady does it, and then the lady does it again. It's available at checkout. It's the only stamp you can buy now and use forever. No, once. You just use it once. I didn't let the music get to me last night, mostly. I mean, they did play Island Radio, which I don't get why they gotta play that. You figure the night before that they played "I Love You" like a love song, baby. I don't know why. I don't. You figure maybe it's the cheapest music they can afford because they'd have to pay to use it. I guess I don't know. Which is why you get the same Christmas music every year. I missed the Halloween music. They didn't play any, which I had a manager at one time. He'd stand down at the end of the aisle and kind of watch people working. Like coworker Rick, he had commented that it felt like it was Mike Myers, and all we needed was like the music, dinking, 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 the Michael Myers music, 5/4 time. They didn't play that during Halloween. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. They would play the Munsters theme song and they would play the Batman television show theme song. I'm not sure how that fell into Halloween, but same with Purple People Eater. He was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Pigeon-toed undergrowth. I am Fremont Lee. The views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the person saying it. That's me, Fremont Lee. Anyway, today is December 11th, 2020. I don't know if I'm shouting. Yeah, of course I'm shouting. Shouting. Sorry, it was a Clue reference there. Tim Curry doing the line as Wadsworth. Anyway, today's birthday is December 11th, 2020. Rita Moreno. She was in West Side Story, 1961. She was also in the movie Angus, 1995. Terry Garr, Linda Day George, Donna Mills, Rey Mysterio, wrestler, Bess Armstrong, Yasin Bey, also known as Mos Def. He was in The Italian Job, I believe, with Mark Wahlberg and Charlize Theron, Donald Sutherland, other people. Haley Steinfeld, Gary Dourdan, Ryder Strong, Ryder Hard. What? No, Ryder. His name is Ryder Strong. I'm not the one who came up with his name. Monique, Nikki Sixx, Max Martini. He looked familiar, so I wrote that. Director Tom Shadyac, Shadyac. Could be Shadyac, Shady AC for all I know. He's a director. He directed The Nutty Professor with 1996 with Eddie Murphy. He also was a producer on Accepted. I still wish they'd do a sequel to that, like a follow-up. Like they got their certification or whatever. I don't know. Peter Donald Badalamenti the second. If the name doesn't sound familiar, he was the body of Benjamin Button, age whatever to whatever, in the Curious Case of Benjamin Button, 2008. He was in a few other things. I'm not sure if his face was obscured in that as well, or what happened. Harry J. Knowles, I have no idea. He's a puppet on IMDb, the picture that he has. So I don't know. Brenda Lee, and to the late Mayla Nurmi, also known as Vampira. Ron Carey, he was on the show Barney Miller, I believe. Producer Carlo Ponti and Dick Tufeld, born 1926, passed away 2012. He played the robot on the TV series Lost in Space. Lost in Space. December 10th birthdays. That was out of the top 100 of 1,146. December 10th birthdays. Top 100 out of 1,129. Christine DeBelle, she was in the movie Meatballs. I believe she played AL. Gloria Loring, Kenneth Branagh, Susan Day, Emmanuel Chriqui, Chriqui. Michael Schofling, if you don't know who that is by name, he was in the movie 16 Candles with Molly Ringwald. He was Jake, not the one from State Farm, the one leaning against the Porsche in the thing, waiting for her to come out of the church. He's like, "You punch in my face." That was Long Duck Dong, played by somebody I can't recall. A lot of information up here, so it's like, if it doesn't come to me, it's like, move on. Anyway, Michael Schofling, Nia Peoples, I had a crush on her. Raven-Symoné, Meg White of the White Stripes, Summer Phoenix, Tommy Kirk, Catherine Parks, who played Vera in Friday the 13th Part 3, 1982, and she was Tina Vito's girl in Weekend at Bernie's, 1989. I'm not sure if she's done anything else. Those were the only two that really stood out to me. Peter Michael Getz, he was the bald-headed guy in, The Boss, I guess you could say, in the movie Jumpin' Jack Flash, 1986, the one with Whoopi Goldberg. He was also a doctor in My Girl, 1991. Clive Anderson, the Whose Line Is It Anyway? British version. Holly De Jong, D-E, and then there's a space, and it's Jong. She was in the movie Electric Dreams, 1984. Michael Clark Duncan, that still hurts. Mako, Dan Blocker, Harold Gould, Dorothy Lamour, writer Douglas Kenney. He was one of the co-writers on Animal House. He passed away in 1980. I want to say it was I don't know if it was a climbing accident or something, because 1946 to 1980, he was 34. Um, it was in Hawaii, and I don't know if he was mountain climbing or if something else happened, but he ended up. And Teddy Wilson, he was on the show Good Times, 1970, whatever, something. I wrote down that he was in the MASH episode, The General Flipped at Dawn, 1974. Um, most people remember that episode because Harry Morgan played General Steele. And then later he comes in as Colonel Sherman T. Potter. Tommy Rettig and Greg Giraldo. Two different people, of course. But yeah, those were the birthdays for December 10th. I also did the birthdays for today, December 11th, 2020. And I complained about the commercials at work. I got a box. I'm going to mail out a CD to a person. Just because. I need to win the lotto so I don't have to go into work. The supervisor is like, okay, when there's no one else here, you gotta call me and find me to make sure you give me. I'm like, when I get into work, if I'm not working dairy and there's no note saying this is where you're working today, it's like, okay, I'm in aisle 8, fine. Oh, I'm in aisle whatever. I guess there are days they don't want me in dairy, so whatever, fine. But when I get there, there's usually Elkharts in the cooler of backstock from the day before because it didn't get put away onto M cards. It happens, you know. People working other things. I will. Yeah, this shirt's seen better days. My apologies for you having to see that. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, I'll work if there's L carts in there to work or that need to be worked. I'll work those and I'll stock those. If not, I will work off the M carts of sour cream, cottage cheese, or if milk needs to be filled, I'll do that after I clock in for that until the truck comes in to be broken down and separated. Because in dairy, cheese is one section, or at the store I work at, cheese is one section, yogurt is separated from other stuff, even though it's all on the same wall. Excuse me. Then Jello, biscuits, cookies, butter. That's like in two different, and then juice. And then there's stuff for inside the cooler. What I will do, I will go to the M cards for the butter, not butter biscuits, for the sour cream cottage cheese. I will stock that because dairy, the expiration date on products isn't as far out as canned goods or paper items. Yeah, so or cereal because cereal and other other items that would be on the shelf, like cookies, for instance. That's or potato chips, but those sell, and it's like with dairy products, the expiration date isn't as far out. In some cases, like yogurt for the most part. We have stuff that expires now for March of not March, February. I believe February. So that's 2 months out. But we also have stuff that expires December 15th. The stuff that expires December 15th should be put up, marked down, of course, because it's, as I said, today is December 11th, so it's 4 days away. It should be marked down or pulled from the shelf and donated. But that's not up to me. That's not up to me. Marking it down is not up to me. So it's still on the shelf, but it needs to be brought forward. I've found stuff recently in the last 3 days that expired in November on the shelf. I pulled that. I'm like, no, 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 no. Last night I found stuff that expired December 10th. Today's the 11th. Okay, that's understandable. I pulled that. Should have been marked down or something, but I pulled it. It happens. I've gone to a gas station and I've excuse me, because I don't know, I was hanging out talking to someone that works there. I should be writing and finish typing up my story, my book. I'm almost to the last chapter, I believe. Or I'm leading up to the last chapter. Or second to last chapter. I'm not sure. But I do need to finish typing that up. I don't know where I was going with any of that. All right, at the gas station, out of habit, I checked expiration dates. One store she worked at, my friend that was working there, because I was there to hang out and just I don't know. I ended up pulling a lot of items off the shelf, and I was like, "Here you go, here you go." And I go back, but oh, here you go, here's another. And she just kind of like looked at it, and she looked at me and was like, "I knew of some of those," she said, but there was almost a time she looked at me. I could have sworn she was going to say, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, I can't help it. I think I said it before she said anything, so I don't know. But it's a habit. I can't. I work in a grocery store where I need to rotate the items because, as I said, uh, stuff that for dairy, stuff that expires soon needs to be pulled forward, while stuff that expires in February would be put into the back, or January behind it. There's some yogurt that expires December 18th on the M cart. It is underneath stuff that expires in January. I'm hoping whoever puts it up finds it. I circled it with a marker, so it was like, so if anybody, so whoever pulls out that M cart, I'm hoping we'll see that it's circled and be like, oh, that should be put up. I didn't go through the whole thing. It's one of the things I wish third shift did. Maybe once a week, something. Like pick it, where we don't get anything, it, or I don't know, something. Because throughout the day, first shift, they have their things to do. So they have to keep up on they have words, man. Use your words. They need to keep up on milk stock, making sure that's stocked. Um, I mean, not like, okay, so bone up, moving up, some bone up, moving up. They have other things to do. Baler needs to be tied off, whatever. I don't know. Customers going, do you have any eggnog? Yeah, right here. See? Right there. Is this how you got? You got anything fresher? What do you mean fresher? Something that expires in 6 months? It's then they do the reach around where it's like, Jubilee, Jubilees. Uh, I try not to do that where I'm grabbing like the stuff from behind, but then it's like if I grab the one up front, I'll grab the next two or three and pull those forward. Which only makes sense because that way the person who is stocking doesn't have to come back and be like, which is sometimes what I think. I'm like, oh, they fucked up my shit. It happens. I mean, I know people are shopping. Um, I stocked like 6 cases of something. I packed that shelf out. It was with butter, I believe. Um, the other night I put up 3. No, this was no. I'm going back further. Okay, I had put up six cases. I mean, big, um, like 24-pound boxes, which is 24. The 4-pack of stick butter. So it's like I put up 6 boxes before. I came in the next day, it was gone. I mean, empty. So you figure from the time I put it up to the time I came in, which you figure an 8-hour shift. So 16 hours later, roughly, in that time, all that was gone. So I don't know if first shift put any up. I don't know if second shift put any up. But it was like it was gone. It just gone. And I understand that. We're at grocery stores. People come in and buy stuff. Oh, I need. What I don't understand is when people are like, "Oh, I don't need this anymore. I'll put this right here." Then somebody else will come in that night and it's like, "Who put the ice cream in the refrigerator? It's supposed to be freezered, not." Uh, And how come, did first and or second shift not see it? Oh, gotta walk with blind ears, don't see it. No, 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 no. I've gone in and they've put somebody put creamer in the freezer with the Cool Whip, ice cream, or pizza, one of those things, the frozen pizzas. It doesn't get frozen. You freeze that, it's no longer good. It is now damaged. You got these idiots who putting 2 liters of pop, Coke, or Pepsi, whatever, in the freezer. all over the place. Um, Not right away. It's because that thing will like expand to a point. I know it happens in the refrigerator section because it gets shoved all the way back and it's like really cold into the back of the freezer, refrigerator. So when it's like it's all the way back, it will explode. That happened. I was working at Domino's, not the Domino's. I was working at a Domino's. Uh, I don't know if I was at the phone at the time I heard it, or if I was like pulling a pizza out of the oven, and I was like, "What was that?" Because it's like you hear this, a can of Coke had exploded in the uh, cooler, the refrigerator. The little thing is like, "Oh, we sell Coke," see? And then it's like it because it was packed out, meaning it got filled to the. I think it was a can. I don't think it was a 20-ounce bottle or like a plastic bottle. It was a can of Coke. It was just uh well, I'm gonna try and keep this short. I'm saying that at 27 minutes now. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good morning, an afternoon, or an evening, whichever it happens to be. It is winter time here in Michigan, United States, December 11th, 2020, at 8:36 a.m. I do hope you are staying warm wherever you happen to be. I do pray that the homeless find shelter, warmth, and are able to get something to eat. I hope you have warmth wherever you are, food, nutrition, something to eat, shelter. I hope all is well with you. I really do. I do thank you for watching. Remember, please be kind to each other. We're all going through shit. Might not be the same shit, but that's what's happening. Last night I saw a can of like stripper, or for like wood stripper, the whatever. I laughed. I put down four $1 bills, and I set the can kind of on top of it. I took a picture of it and said, "Oh, working hard for that money." Stripper, and it was ones. So it was funny to me. I took a picture of it, posted it on my Facebook page. As an hour ago, I believe I checked. I had 7 people, uh, 4 of which laughed at it, 3 gave it a thumbs up. So I was like, okay, cool. Uh, it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. At 29 minutes, I am going to. It is 29 minutes. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you have a good evening, sleeping well, staying hydrated, all that stuff. Take care.